Hello everyone. In this chapter, we will learn how to organize report content using paragraph and list in Microsoft Word. In long report, information is often written in long paragraphs. However, if a paragraph contains many points and it can be difficult to read. Today, we will practice how to make report content clear by using paragraphs, bullet list, and numbered list, and multi-level list. We will learn when to use bullet and when to use numbering, and how to use Enter tab and Shift tab to control list level. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to change long report contents into a clear and organized structure. Let's begin. First, we will prepare a short report text for practice. In this lesson, I will use this sample text about challenges and recommendations. However, you don't have to use exactly the same text. You can use any report text that you already have, such as meeting report, activity report, parish report, or recommendation section. The most important thing is that the text should have several points that can be organized into a paragraph and list. For this practice, I will use the following text: challenges and recommendations. Okay, now let's look at the challenges paragraphs. This paragraph contains several different points in one long sentence. When a paragraph is too long, we can divide into smaller parts. Place the cursor before the sentence that starts with "this includes," and just press enter once. Now the instruction sentence and the list of challenges are separated. This makes the content easier to read. Okay. Next, we will find the items inside the paragraphs. Look at this sentence. This includes poor road networks, youth unemployment, and lack of enough vaccinations, and theft and insecurity, right? We can separate them into individual lines. So, yes, this sentence contains several separate sentences, so we can separate them into individual lines. Each line is now one item. We just press the tab. Okay. Separate, separate, and separate. Now we will use bullet. Bullets are useful when the order is not important. For example, when we list challenges, opportunities, or key activities, bullets are a good choice. Select the challenged items and go to Home tab, and click bullet. Now each item has a bullet point. Bullet helps readers see each point clearly. Use bullet when you want to show several items, but the orders does not matter. When you are using bullet, what helps you continue the list automatically? Place the cursor at the end of the bullet items and press enter. What create a new bullet on the next line? Now you can type the next item. If you want to stop the bullet list, press enter one more time. The bullet disappears and you can continue writing on normal paragraphs. Next, we will organize the recommendation section. So recommendations are usually more formal and they can be shown as numbered items. Numbering is useful when the order, count, or formal structure is important. First, separate each recommendation into a new line. Okay, constructions, extensions, or establishment, support use. And last, introduction. Just press enter and select this recommendation item and click numbering. Numbering is here. Now the recommendations are shown as a numbered list. Use numbering when you want to show recommendations, steps, action points, or priorities. Now, let's compare bullet and numbering. Bullets are used when the order is not important. Numbering is used when the order, count, or formal structure is important. For example, challenge can use bullet, but recommendation can use numbering. Now, we will learn how to use a multi-level list. A multi-level list is useful when you have main topics and subtopics. For example, we can organize challenges and recommendations like this. So, challenges and poor road networks, use only point. Okay. Select all lines and go to Home tab and click multi-level list is here. And choose a style such as 1.1, 1.1.1. At first, all items may appear at the same level. Now we will use Tab and Shift Tab to control the level. To make an item a sub-item, place the cursor at the beginning of the item and press Tab. For example, place the cursor before poor network, press Tab. Okay. Next sentence, press Tab. Now it becomes a sub-item under challenges. And do the same for use on implement and lack of facilitation. When you want to move on item back to the main level, press Shift Tab, Shift Tab, 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 or Shift Tab, Shift Tab, and Shift Tab. Too easy. For example, recommendations should be your main item, right? So, okay. Tab moves on item one level inward. Shift tab moves on item one level outward. This is very useful when organizing report structure. Sometimes the list may look too far to the right or too close to the left. In this case, we can use adjust the indentations. Select the list and go to Home tab. Use increase indent or decrease indent. Here, decrease indent or increase indent. Adjust the list until it looks clean and easy to read. Now, let's check the final result. The long challenges paragraph is now organized with bullet. The recommendation section is organized with numbering. The report structure is organized with a multi-level list. This makes the report easier to read and more professional. That is the end of chapter 7. In this chapter, we learn how to organize report content using paragraph and list. We divided the long paragraph into smaller parts. We used bullet for challenge. We used numbering for recommendation. We used multi-level list for main topics and subtopics. We also practice using Enter, Tab, and Shift Tab to control list item. These tools are useful when writing report, meeting minutes, action plans, and recommendation section. So in the next chapter, we will learn how to add the signature and approval section to finish on office document. See you in chapter 8. Bye.